Hello, welcome to Pursuit of a Perfect System. My name is Terry Ellis. I'm an audio reviewer and a Dirac Live Calibrator. How you all doing? Well, I hope. Right, there's a lot to talk about in this video. Things are about to get a little bit crazy, very exciting here as part of in the Pursuit of Perfect System. The next product I'm going to review is this, the SMSL M300 DAC. Now this is about a £200 DAC that you can buy on Amazon, and it'll be the first time I've listened to a different manufacturer's DAC probably in about the last 18 months. It's going to be a very interesting reset for me for my reference point. Following that review, that is where things are going to start getting very interesting and a little bit crazy. And that is because originally I had planned to review next this beauty that you can see here in front of me. Now this beauty here is the Kainor Audio AI 1.10 or 1.10 integrated amplifier. Now Kainor Audio are a Slovakian hi-fi manufacturer that's been in business for over 25 years, and they are a tube specialist. That's right, this is a tube amplifier, a proper tube amplifier. This amplifier uses 4 KT88 tubes. It's a pure Class A design with 20 triode watts and 40 ultra linear watts. Now I met Kainor Audio out in Munich at the high-end show this year. They were sharing a room with the Think team. Now that was a really great sounding room. The music and the system in there was really exciting, really lively, really dynamic and really expressive. Now they actually shipped the AI 1.10 to me quite a few weeks ago, but unfortunately there was an issue with the shipping company, which meant I wasn't exactly sure when the amplifier was going to arrive. When it did, I just literally couldn't wait to get it out of the box and listen to it. I genuinely couldn't wait. I've been dying to spend some time with a proper tube amplifier for as long as I can remember. And that excitement was made much worse when out of the blue the amplifier arrived at my doorstep on a pallet, and the box it came in was pretty much the size of a house. Now any hi-fi component that turns up in a box this size you have to take really seriously. On the inside of 2 boxes actually some serious foam protective packaging. Now I think Kainor Audio could have shipped me a glass tank in this packaging and it would have arrived here in perfect condition. Also inside the box is a warning sign, which is useful for a Luddite such as myself. But more exciting was this little white box. Inside the box was a nice instruction manual, a nice remote control, some batteries, a star Allen key screwdriver, then the 4 KT88 tubes ready to be installed. So far this had been a really satisfying unboxing experience, but things were about to get a little crazy when I tried to take the amplifier out of its box and nearly broke my back. This thing is heavy. I mean seriously heavy, like a dead weight heavy. And normally when something's this heavy it indicates good things. Now if I wasn't excited enough, my excitement levels literally went to a new level, especially as under the amplifier Kainor Audio supplied an Isotech Evo 3 Initium power cable. That's right, they shipped the amplifier with a proper quality power cable, no cheapy freebie power cable. They ship it with a proper quality power cable, and any company that does that gets my attention straight away. Lifting this beast of an amplifier up onto this table and removing the black cover that it comes with, I was really initially impressed with obviously the weight of the amplifier and the build quality and just the look of it and the feel of it in my hands. It really made a fantastic initial first impression. To be honest, the feel of it, the weight of it really filled me with confidence and stuck a great big smile on my face. I think this amplifier is an absolute stunner. Even in this black finish, in this pitch black room, this is a real beauty. Next was probably the most exciting part for me. Using the included starred Allen key screwdriver, I had to remove a couple of screws and then take off this really thick and heavy top plate, exposing all the internals so I could see all the magic of what's inside this amplifier and where I needed to install the tubes. Some really interesting and high quality parts in here. For starters, we've got several different transformers, input and output. Canor Audio use perma alloy in their transformers. They say it costs more money, but it gives better sound quality. Those are the kind of economics that I like from my hi-fi manufacturers. As this was my first exposure and experience of installing tubes, initially I was a little bit worried about the process of doing it. How would I know which way to install the tubes? You know, which way round would I install them? But I needn't have worried, because on the underside of the tubes, there's like a little nib, which means that they can only be installed one way. The other thing I was worried about with a tube amplifier is biasing the tubes. Well, again, with the Canor Audio AI 110, you don't need to worry about that because it has auto biasing technology built in. Sweet. So I installed the 4 KT88 tubes, paying attention to the numbers and using, I would say, gentle but firm pressure, making sure that they was fully inserted into their tube slots or housings. Then it was a case of putting this heavyweight lid back on and doing up a hell of a lot of screws. It was at this point that I realised what had happened. I had been hands-on with a really big part, or an important part, of the assembly of this amplifier. Now, if this was my amplifier and I just handed over my hard-earned money for this amplifier, I think, you know, getting access to all the internals visually and physically by putting my hands on things and seeing where my hard-earned money has gone was a really nice and rewarding thing. I hadn't just removed the amplifier from the box, chucked it on the rack and plugged it in. This is like a hands-on, you know, involved experience. Being hands-on with really high quality parts like this just put me in a good place. What a great experience. What a great way to start the ownership of something like this. You know, a product that you've invested in and something you're going to want to love for a long period of time. Overall, it was a great experience, but that experience was about to get a whole lot better. Now, I know we all have different tastes and beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but look at this. Look at that front display, the yellow contrasting against the black and stuff. To me, that's just a really, really lovely thing, especially with the way the Canor Audio logo lights up. I really like that. The visual, and I think the modern visual touches combined with this very classic and kind of type of engineering is a really lovely thing with a product at this level. Hold on a minute, I haven't even told you what level of product this is. Now, at the time of making this video, the Canor Audio AI 1.10 sells for just under €6,000. So it is at kind of that investment level of price point, but it's far from crazy money, especially when you get kind of this level of just build quality and manufacturing satisfaction, especially with this level of sound quality. Now, I don't want to give too much away because I've only had one listening session with this amplifier so far. All I say is this could well be my favourite amplifier to date. Who would have known it after all these years and everything that I've gone through and listened to and all types of stuff that I like, home cinema and all that sort of stuff. Who would have known it? Maybe I am a Triode tube audiophile after all. That's really exciting and interesting thing. But you're going to have to wait for the full review to find out more, because there's a hell of a lot more testing that I need to do with this beauty. The reason why I'm going into so much detail about this amplifier and the unboxing experience, well, part of that is because it was such a special experience. I wanted to put it all on camera just to give you some idea. If you buy a product like this, this is the kind of entrance and the unboxing experience you're going to get. It's a really real special one. But more interestingly, importantly, is that my plan is to use this amplifier to review some other absolutely stunning and a bit crazy products that are here or that are coming here really soon. One such product is the JCAT M12 Switch Gold. Now this is part of a €4,500 network switch designed for lots of things but used as part of a dedicated audiophile network switch. Now it comes with some really high quality network cabling with some really high quality screening involved with it. It's like a special type of design of connector and cable, and it also comes with a really high quality linear power supply. So it is a full network solution, but obviously at €4,500 it's an expensive one. And can a network switch really make that much difference to the sound of, for me, an audio PC and hi-fi streamer? Well, we'll have to find out. I was offered the opportunity to review this maybe 6 or 8 months ago, and I actually said no. And I said no because I've been really scared. I've been really apprehensive to review and listen to this and put this in the system, because it's one of those sorts of products that you'll doubt it, and you'll doubt it. However, I have it on very, very good authority that these types of products are kind of like eye-opening to just what sort of levels of improvement can be had from a network side of things with things like audio PCs. And these are the types of products you hear them once, then how are you going to listen to your system without them? That's the bit that really scares me. So in a way, I'm really excited to review this and put this in the system, but I'm also quite apprehensive at the same time. Just recently, these arrived. Hold on. Oh, this is the big one. This is the big one. Right then, in front of me, we have the Tellurium Q statement speaker cables. Tellurium Q statement speaker cable links. They're the links that link between your high frequency and your low frequency terminals on your speakers. And over here we have the Tellurium Q single-ended phono RCA cables. Now, Tellurium Q statement. This is ultra high-end speaker cables and signal cabling. I'm also very, very excited, but a little bit apprehensive to review these and put these in the system as well. Let me explain why. I'm just going to put this down. I'm so apprehensive, I've not even opened the box yet. About this time last year, Jeff Merrigan, who's Tellurium Q's MD, came here with a load of different cables. He just wanted to show me the different cables that they make and different cables that they have in their families and in their ranges, so that I could experience them kind of back to back all on one day. And it was a really, really interesting day. Lovely guys from Tellurium Q. Jeff's a great guy. So went through the black family, then we introduced the silver. I got to listen to the silver family. And at the point that the statements came out, I said to Jeff, hold on a minute, Jeff. I said, speaker cables and signal cables and stuff at this sort of level. And I think these are the RCA cables. I think these are about £4,500. And the speaker cables are, I think, something like £2,000 a metre or something like that. So it's mega money stuff. And I said to him, is there any point putting speaker cables at this level in this system? Obviously, not the system you're looking at, but it was still a good system at the time. And he just looked at me and said, of course there is, Terry. Just put them in the system. So I installed them, sat down, and I was listening for about 10 minutes. And the whole time I was listening, all I was thinking to myself is that I had all these plans in my mind. I was thinking, right, my system's at this level. There's things that I would like to do to it to get it up to the next level. Or maybe I'll change this with a DAC, or I'll do this with the power and stuff like that. But for those 10 minutes that I was listening to the Tellurium Q statements, all I was thinking in my mind was, I don't need any of that. All I need is the Tellurium Q statements. Now, it wasn't because I put the statements in and all of a sudden I was in audio nirvana and the sky had opened up and angels had come down and they was massaging my ears while I was listening, and they was massaging my feet, definitely my feet, while I was listening. Unfortunately, that is not what happened. But what did happen was, all of a sudden I was getting much, much more of the sound that I was craving and that I was chasing, that I was thinking, right, if I make these changes to the system, if I upgrade these things, this should give me more of this sound that I'm after. And to be honest, it came as a real shock. And I put the statements in, listened to them, and I was just getting much more of that sound. And it was like, oh wow. And then it was more a case of, not that can I justify these cables in the system. It's like, how am I going to live without these cables in the system? And it took me about a month to get over that sound. Like I was missing it for about a month. And you know what all those memories like, you kind of readjust yourself and you kind of reset your reference point. But that was quite a painful experience in a way, but a great one, because it's like that learning curve. It's like, wow, this is what can be achieved. So I'm really excited. So these are, let's open these up. This is the Tellurium Q statement, single ended phono RTAs, 1 meter. Inside they come in a really nice bag. Look at that, it's a really lovely bag. Now with signal cables or speaker cables or anything at this sort of price point, they're going to be massive, aren't they? They're going to have gold and silver and metal all over them. They're going to be covered in leather, or they're going to be covered in, you know, angel unicorn scales or something like that. Actually, Tellurium Q cables are not. They're really, oh, mind that. They're really understated. They're really small. They're really simple. These are actually really flexible as well, which is quite a surprise, because normally the more money you spend on these things, the more stiff and difficult they are to work with. But these are very slim, very unassuming, and you know, if you didn't know how much these would cost, you probably would never guess from a visual point of view that these justify their price point, which I think is something really important, because you know, if these were smothered in gold, diamonds and unicorn scales, then straight away you'd think, well, they're probably expensive and worth their money. The only way anybody's going to think that these are worth 4,000 odd pounds, whatever they are, is plugging them in, listening to them, and then these justifying that price point. That's the only way, because you would never know that they're anything special just from a visual appeal. That would be the same with the speaker cables, although they are finished with like a sexy red finish. So that is the whole thing with Tellurium Q. It's not about kind of look at me, look how great we are. It's just about listen to me, listen to how great we are. So, you know, I'm really excited to put those statement cables in. Obviously the speaker cables as well. They are brand new, so they're going to take, you know, a good period of time to run in. You do need to be really patient with Tellurium Q cables. You need to have the patience of a saint and just wait and wait. Be assured that the sound quality is coming, because it always comes, and when it does, it does. So really exciting stuff. You know, I'm personally really excited by all this, quite daunted by it as well. There's a lot that needs to go on. There's a lot of testing and other bits and pieces that I need to do, but you know, it should make for some really interesting demonstrations. You know, a really high quality tube amplifier, you know, triode and a triode. Oh, I love triodes. I love tubes and triode sound. That sound with these cables, and then the switch. It'd be interesting to put that in. That technically that should elevate things up, elevate the sound quality of this system up to a level that it's not been to before. And that's the bit that I suppose I'm most excited about. And then the problem with going that high is the only way to come from there is back down. But we'll see what happens in the future and what goes on. So there's so much to go on. All this is a lot of work, you know. It's fun work to a point, but it's a lot of work. So please bear with me. It's all coming. Loads of interesting, exciting stuff. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's long and rambly, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you've subscribed to the channel if you want to find out about all this stuff. If not, there's already loads of other reviews in the channel. I'm sure quite a few of you will be interested about the SMSL 300 DAC and how that compares to the Qtist. That's a really interesting one. You know, what sort of sound quality can you get for £200? I'm going to boost it off of the Hugo M scaler as well to see what that does and how kind of close that gets the SMSL 300 to the Qtist. All fun, exciting, but long-winded stuff. It all takes time. So I hope you're enjoying what I'm doing. Loads of stuff to come. Check back in for. God, this is warming up a little bit now. Probably why I'm sweating a little bit as well. So yeah, I'll be seeing you all soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you go and visit the website. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. All that good stuff. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.